Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from in the entire parts of the world. Welcome back to the Izekson Hamid YouTube Sports channel, where I keep enlightening you with the latest sports updates on the entire globe at all. Yesterday, I will just give some small hint about the results that were there for our betting tips. England did not perform to the expectation. We expected a win. It made a draw. Courtesy of Kyle Walker goal. And Ukraine also had a goal to make it 1-1. That is Alexander Zichenko of Arsenal. Then for the other games, Belgium had won. Spain had won. Croatia had won. France had won. So it's only England that somehow interrupted on the receipt. However, our biggest hint, as I told you yesterday, we were talking about tennis, about the US Open. This Open started way back in 1891. In 1881, that's where it started. Ever since then, previously it was being won by Americans, since it was only for the US natives. But as time went on, it started becoming global, that everybody could compete, whoever could play tennis. And so also other participants from the different countries started competing. However, the first one was the Wimbledon that started earlier on, later on followed by the Australian Open, and lastly it was the French Open. This time we started the US Open from the 28th of last month, and it is ending tomorrow. It is ending today on the 10th. That is in the men's category. That is world number 2, Novak Djokovic, the greatest of all time, will be taking on 27-year-old Daniel Mendev from Russia, who will be also aiming to get his second Grand Slam, as Novak Djokovic will be aiming to level the great Margret Court in Grand Slams and also in wins. However, our biggest emphasis today, since that one is going to be played today, will be on the results that came out yesterday. That is in the women's category, when teenager Coco Gauff was battling Sabalenka. Coco Gauff is number 6, seed number 6. Then the Belarus international Sabalenka, the 25-year-old woman, is now also was seed number 2. However, after her persistence this year, she has risen to seed number 1 in the whole world, to overtake Igor Swiatek. So how did this end up? It was an intense battle. Though I told you before, we went to this match after the semi-finals, when Coco Gauff won smoothly past the semi-finals, with interruption from the protesters in US. She had home advantage, and she had support from the natives of US, so she could not disappoint until yesterday, when she came from a set down to beat Sabalenka to win her maiden Grand Slam title. It was such a huge performance from the teenager, the 19-year-old girl from US, to win her first maiden title on the flashing Miada's court. That's where she won it from. And then Sabalenka, remember Sabalenka also has one Grand Slam title. But this girl's development has been huge. All we as sports people who are in the sporting world, we have ever witnessed her ever since her rising to prominence. Remember last year in the summers in the US Open, she lost miserably to Iga Swiatek. That was her first final on a Grand Slam. However, when she got an opportunity this time, more so when it was in her homeland, she had to take opportunity. She had to fight her way with the support of the US fans, and came from a set down to set up her first maiden Grand Slam title. Such a huge congregation, such a huge performance, and a huge praise to the 19-year-old. And she set up a record that she's the first American ever since Serena Williams in 1999 to win a title at such a tender age. She said after her triumph over Sabalenka. She said that it is my first time to see my father cry. I used to come over here to see the likes of Serena Williams, Venus Williams playing tennis. So I got involved in the game. So this is a huge dedication to my father, who has spotted me all the way down from the grass until where I've reached somewhere, so that I can represent the native of USA and even the entire people at all, and even myself to be on the international stage. So it was her maiden title. Huge congratulations to the teenager that at least you've shut down doubters. You are the next big thing in tennis. After the eclipse of Venus Williams, after the eclipse of Serena Williams, I hope this girl is a huge rejuvenation to the US country as a whole. So big up to Coco Gauff for what you did yesterday. It was such a huge performance, despite the fact that she remained seed number 6, but it was such a huge performance at the Flashing Meadows, where she set up an epic final with Sabalenka. Sabalenka maintained now, rose from number 2 and now is seed number 1 after such a consistency that she has had. Big up to you, all the people who were there. Now she's part of the huge cake, and she shared the 3 million US dollars. Remember, the US Open is the biggest prized Open or Grand Slam with initially 65 US million dollars that are scattered amongst the winners, and so the winner takes 3 million US dollars. But the next big thing is today. As Djokovic, seed number 2, takes on Daniel Mendev in the US Open final. Remember previously, Djokovic has won 3 US Grand Slams, and his last was in 2018. Is going to play Daniel Mendev. You remember very well in 2021, Daniel Mendev also won his maiden Grand Slam title when he beat Djokovic in 2021. So I think history may repeat itself. So all eyes should be focused, and to the fans of Djokovic and the fans of Daniel Mendev, there is history that is going to be created today. First and foremost, Daniel Mendev, if he wins, will be taking his second Grand Slam title. As well as for Djokovic, it will be hitting uh, 2 birds with 1 stone. If he wins today, will level Margret Court with the most dominant wins in this Open era, and then will level still the great Margret Court of Australia with 24 Grand Slam titles. But remember, again, to add on that, this Daniel Mendev is the same man who denied Novak Djokovic in 2021 what we call the Grand Slam. What do we mean by the Grand Slam? The Grand Slam is when somebody wins the Australian Open, wins the French Open, wins the Wimbledon, and wins the US Open. That means you take all finals you win all the Grand Slam titles in a single year. So that year 2021, Novak Djokovic had won 3 and so was remaining with only 1 US final to make it the Grand Slam, and it failed because of Daniel Mendev. I think it will be also payback time for Djokovic for what Daniel Mendev did to him, to deny him such an historic moment. So this time, Novak Djokovic, I think, will have to fight hard. The 36-year-old man alongside the 27-year-old man. I think it will be power against experience. We, as the fans of Novak Djokovic, I hope we expect this one to go to our side. But a game is a game. Anything can happen, because I think also fans of Daniel Mendev will also expect Daniel Mendev to win his second. Remember, Djokovic is on 23 Grand Slam titles. So today, I will be coming back tomorrow to give you what happened in this epic final. For all my lovers, my subscribers, commenters, I accept feedback. You always inbox me there. Put anything. Whoever wants to contact the Sports Encyclopedia, you can also reach me on my email izexonyamido@gmail.com or 0702970572. As I keep analysis and in-depth analysis on all the sporting events that are taking hand in the entire globe. That's why I'm Izexon Hamido, the sports encyclopedia. For fans, lovers, well-wishers, subscribe, comment, share. I'm out for now.